Alright, so we're at 93. We can see that this is the new build plate because of the fancy wires and the white thermistor. No markings. So clearly new build plate, unprinted on. And we've got 70 and basically 70, 69, but otherwise 95, increasing. So, basically over 20 degree discrepancy, but fair temperatures have to even out, so that'll basically be 5 to 10 degrees. Nonetheless, we're off. That's the bad build plate, or heat bed. Now, coming over here to the TAZ Pro, where we've had the good build plate on all the time. And the enclosure was covered. I just lifted it off on the other one just so, I could take the video. Otherwise, it was covered all the way up until right now, just like this one. We could see that this is the old one, which works great. And we can tell it's the old one because of the unsheathed wires and red thermistors. And there's the marking. Basically I've used this build plate and kind of screwed up once. Nonetheless, we're at 97. Check our temps. And we can see we're at 92 and 90. So that's what we would expect, about somewhere in between 5 and 10 degrees discrepancy. In this case, very, very, very close to what the actual display is. 5 degrees off. So, this is the old build plate that works great on the TAZ Pro, where it's pretty much always been. And this, works great. However, when it's over here, when that new build plate was on the TAZ 5, as seen in the other video, that build plate gets up to temp just fine over here. And then in this case, this is the new build plate, and it was just purchased a couple weeks ago. And so we're at 100, and we can see that we're at 78 and 76, 77. So basically, again, almost 30 degrees difference in this case. PIDs are stock. I've tried the auto tune. All that did is heat it up faster, but otherwise stability, it really thinks it is at 100 degrees right now. And it will just sit here and probably get up to about 80, 85 and just camp out. So, in this case, we have an issue with the new build plate. And the problem does not have anything to do with the machine itself, because the problem travels with the build plate, not the problem sticking with the machine specifically, regardless of the build plate I used. So hopefully Lulzbot considers this, and again, hopefully I am not responsible for shipping this back, because this is not my fault. So thank you, and we'll talk soon.